So hello, Maeya TV. My name is Eligia, and today my special guest is an actress, a model, a pop star. She does so many things. She's also a CEO of a company, and her name is Jasmine Davis, and we're very excited to have her here. So, how are you, Jasmine?
Hi, I am great. Thank you for the intro.
Of course. I mean, you do so many things, it's hard to keep it condensed. But
Yeah.
I really want to get to know you, your projects, and what you've done in the past and what you have coming up. So let's start with where you grew up and what made you want to join the entertainment industry.
I grew up in Chicago, Chi-town, from the Chi lovers out there. And I started in theater and local films and worked my way up. Started modeling, which that's how, if anyone, most people know me, I got into the Playboy world from modeling over there, and then took acting a little bit more serious. And I used to write songs, but I never got into the studio to start recording until I got back to LA.
Wow, that's really cool. So when did you move to LA?
I moved to LA like almost 17 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're now a solid local? Do you still like miss home or?
I still miss home.
Yeah.
I miss my friends, my family.
Yeah.
But LA grew on me. It grew on me.
Yeah, it's about, you were telling me, it's about like the people you meet here, the other artists, like your group of friends, right?
It's all about community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with your modeling journey, because I knew that was what came first, right?
Yeah.
So how did that start? Did you get scouted? Did you go out looking for opportunities?
I started getting scouted. My first agency was Bella. I think it was so long ago because I was like a teenager, and it was like a Brazilian agency. I was the only American girl on the roster. And it was so much fun. I loved doing the fashion shows, having the news there, like take pictures of us and interview us, and travel and do local prints, and then get into acting from there. But Bella was the first agency that hired me to do a Playboy party. And the original mansion is in Chicago. And I had no idea what I was getting myself into, which sparked, I'm like, I need something bigger, you know?
That's really cool. So I know you've done other things as well, but modeling has stuck with you, right? So
I still model, yeah.
Like, have you done runway? Have you done print as well? Like, what is your go-to? Like, what do you like to do?
I did a lot of lifestyle because of my height. I'm only 5'7". Most models are taller, so I did some runways, but mostly it's like prints, which lifestyle is better for me.
Yeah. That's really cool. So how did acting come into play? I know you said you were in theater, but where did that come in the timeline?
I did a school called Second City. I don't know if you know it. It's for comedy in Chicago, where a lot of famous people came from. And they kept saying, like, you would be good in film. You'll be good in film. Like, and I was like, I don't know. Like, it scares me because, I don't want, everyone to know who you are in theater. You're there for the art. And I took a chance, moved to LA. And my first 2 weeks out in LA, did like what they call like a D movie. It was like a sci-fi movie, got SAGs. And then they're all, and I got an agency, and my career started taking off.
Where do you think you get your confidence to both do modeling and to be an actor? Because it's hard putting yourself out there.
That's a good question. I think my support group. The people who believed in me, who, told me, like, you can do anything you set your mind to. Like, the sky is not even the limit, So I have to thank my mom, my sister and brothers, my friends, They always supported me, like, they'll do it. You want to do it.
For your acting gigs, what were some of the first ones that you got to do, like, besides that sci-fi? Like, did that take off? Did you continue doing modeling? Like, how was your time in LA in those early years?
It was a struggle. I tell most people, like, when you come to LA, be prepared for, like, the long haul. When I did that first movie, I didn't have an agency. I didn't have anyone. I was in this 2-year conservatory, and it was a long time before I got booked again, like a couple of years. And then I got an agency. I started doing commercials. And then I got booked on another movie called Deviants, who's one of the producers, one of my good friends, Bianca. And from there, I got booked on a Showtime show called The Chi, and then Never Have I Ever years later. But there was a lot of gaps. So thankfully, modeling kept me afloat. Yeah.
We'll talk about that Netflix project a little bit, which is exciting. But what is your favorite part about modeling?
I love the confidence that I get when I see one of my photos. I'm surprised because you can see yourself in a mirror, but when you see one of your photos, it's timeless. You can actually think like, well, what was I thinking? Or I know what I was thinking. Or to be able to see that picture of yourself, that's like, wow, that's me. Like, I actually see me.
Some of the things we've had from models that come here, they tell us that you'll have a photo shoot and then you think that's the shot and they go with something else.
Oh my God.
Is that true?
Oh, that can be the worst. Yes. It's like, you picked this picture. Oh, and that one. Like, how?
Yeah, you thought you were slaying with a different one?
Yeah. They choose the angle. It's like, you choose that angle? Like, why? But they have an eye for what they're looking for. And it's not what you want, it's what they think the audience want. And because they've done this. You're the model. You have to remember, like, they are the people who putting you in the magazines. They know what the editors, want. But it's so strange. They never got over that. It's like, why? Why even ask me what pictures I like if you're just going to pick which one?
Yeah, that's so interesting because that has been told to us. And acting too, right? It's based on a lot of other people, right? Oh,
totally. Editing, like I will sit in the editing room and see which edits they're going to go with. I'm like, oh my God, I killed it on that scene. But then they pick a scene and I'm like, what? Like I barely showcase my talent. But again, it's their choice and they have reason for it and the audience seems to like it. So I'm like, I guess they do know what they're doing.
Yeah. Along with, having to depend on what other people think of you. You seem like a very confident young woman. How do you keep up your confidence and how do you take care of yourself as a model and someone who's working a lot?
I start realizing like I'm only in competition with my older version of myself. So, when I see other models, especially other women, I look at them like, oh my God, like I always find some type of inspiration from someone else because I feel like everyone's my teacher and I'm probably someone's teacher as well. So I'm always looking at the older version of myself. Like, what can I learn from like years ago? And it keeps me from getting into this, I have to do this because this person do, because I'm only looking at myself. And I love the change that I'm seeing in myself. I love who I am now. I love that it doesn't matter what other people think about me. I don't really bother with trying to please people. And I think that's where the confidence comes in. Like if you're looking for confidence, the first step is don't try to please people because you can't. It's impossible to try to please everyone. Please yourself. That confidence along by like pleasing yourself, being in love with yourself, like you stepping in the mirror and like, oh, you look good. It sounds silly, but it really works. And when you go out there in the world, like, a lot of people can either be great or try to tear you down. It doesn't affect you because it's like your opinion doesn't matter.
Going along with that, you also took that leap into music as well. You're a pop star, right? Just a pop star. So can you tell me about that, about your music and what you're doing?
That was the scariest part, to be honest. For me, that was the most uncomfortable because it was not my field. I've always written. I never really sung in person, and I was a little self-conscious. I gotta admit, when I first stepped into the studios and over time, I got better and better at my songs. Like my latest release is Summer Love. I'm so excited that I'm finding my sound. And I feel like as an artist, once you find your sound, that's where your confidence comes in. So now I'm like, oh, I can do this. I love it. I love getting in a studio and writing and creating something and listening like, oh my God, that's me.
Yeah. What were some of your influences for your music that helped you find your own sound?
I would say Alicia Keys, Taylor Swift, this EDM brand called Bonnie X Clyde, because a lot of my music is now going to be dance music. Rihanna.
Love all the women.
Yes. Britney Spears back in the day. She was that girl that you listen to, you get inspired from, you dance around Janet Jackson, some of the older people like Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin. But yeah.
Yeah, also very confident women.
Very confident women.
I know you're very busy, but do you ever see yourself, or have you performed yet live?
That's the next step.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's finding a venue that I feel like that calls me to perform. So yeah.
You're doing singles right now, right?
Doing singles.
Thinking about an EP or something later?
I'm thinking about an album. Maybe this fall or winter.
Oh, that's
gonna
exciting.
Be a surprise.
Is that a good surprise?
Yes, it's gonna be a surprise.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous,
Yeah.
but I'm like, it's time. People are asking me about it. Like, are you gonna ever put out an album? I'm like, yeah, maybe.
That's really exciting, and
Yeah.
honestly, it's so cool to hear it here. So, okay, so let's talk about. We have so much. Okay, so you have a Netflix show right now, right? So can we talk about how this project came to you and maybe your part in it?
Yeah, it was so funny. I just got back from Europe, Paris, and as soon as I landed, my agent was like, "We've been trying to reach you for like a couple of hours." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I was on a flight."
Yeah.
They was like, "Producer sent us this, and we think you'll be perfect for it. You have to hurry up and filming because it's due today." And I'm like, oh my God, so I had to like figure it out, call my acting coach, try to get in very late hours. And we kind of worked with it, sent it in, got a call later the next day later to come back the following day for a producer session, and it got booked. I was like, wow, it was a fast turnaround. Yeah.
And it just came out, right? It's been.
It's on its fourth season. It just wrapped.
So you just finished that?
It just wrapped, yeah.
Oh, so how is it now moving on from that project? Because that could take a while, right?
It can take a while. It was great. Comedy is good. That's my thing. I can, be on the set of comedy all day because it's, catching the jokes and catching the setups and just being around that energy. It's great. Mindy Kaling did her thing. I gotta say, shout out to Mindy Kaling.
Shout out. So let's talk about some of your other projects. The Beggarman, can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so I shot that one March of last year. It now is at the film festivals, and it's going to be a screening soon. I can't wait to be announced. So I'm crossing my fingers that we actually get picked up at some of the film festivals. It's a thriller by Frankie Mentos, was the director. Shot that in New York.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy traveling for work?
I do. It's the best. Like getting put up in a hotel and walking around a new city, meeting people. It's so much fun when you're working on set outside. And New York, oh my gosh, shout out to New York. The New Yorkers, like when you're like filming, they're like, the background is like authentic.
Yeah.
Like they will come up to you or they'll be in the film. It's so funny. Or they'll be like, oh my God, I saw you on this show. And New Yorkers are just so cool. Like the best place to film is, I always say, New York.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you any other places that you really enjoy. You said Paris. You went there.
Paris is good. I had a shoot there. Oh my God, I love Paris. So romantic. It's such a romantic city.
Okay, what about the other one? Abaddon, the King of Locustis. That's another project.
Yes, shout out to Eric Garcia. That just got the green light. We are about to start shooting soon, so it's in post-production, pre-production, and I'm excited. That's also a thriller. I can't say too much about it, but yeah, we just got the green light, and I just found out that I'm attached to the film.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So when you're looking for these projects, are you drawn to a certain type of character, or do you want to try everything?
I typically want to try everything, but I really like action thrillers. It's something exciting about it, the element of surprise. And I have a good agency. Shout out to Linda McAllister and my management group, Entertainment Lab, because without them, I couldn't do it. I don't have the time to look for these projects. I don't know how they find them, but...
How long have you been with your agent?
Ooh, I've been with both of them for probably like 4 years.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. That's good. It's really central. It's a great relationship to build.
It really is. They have been with me through thick and thin. Love them.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So recently you told me you did like a magazine cover or something.
Yeah. Shout out to the photographer Barry. Barry shoots a lot of people, and I got approached early this year to do a magazine and possibly a cover, and it's called Bad Magazine. And they just said, we want you to have a cover of the magazine. I said, oh my God. So I just wrapped that like 3 weeks ago. And then I just shot for another magazine called Cowgirl Magazine. So I'm going to be in that one as well. It's coming out this summer.
Are these online or do they get printed as well?
Printed.
Oh,
At your local news stand, yeah.
Oh, look out. And do you get your own copies?
Yes.
You like keep them on your wall?
Yes, I'm going to pass them to my friends and cite them. Like, I'm excited.
That's so lovely. Oh, that's exciting. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Okay, and then let's talk about something a little different. You have a jewelry line, right?
Yes, right here. This is some of my pieces called SJ Jewelries with an S. We just launched it. We have a lot of different pieces for people, and I thought about because everyone's style is different. You have people who like very elegant, dainty pieces like the one I have now. Mm-hmm. Then you have the people who like flashy. So I had to think about like what shopper's budget. So we have the more premier, jewelry that has great CZ stones, stainless steel, very good gold coated, gold plated. And then we have the premium line, which is very authentic gold, silver, and diamonds, for people who like a little bit more bling and on that, premier budget and premium budget. So I'm excited.
What made you want to start doing this? Was it like through the modeling that you were like interested in fashion, or?
I think it totally came from the modeling because I love accessorizing and jewelry. And one day I got approached like to start a jewelry line, and the love of my life was like, you should just do it. Just start a jewelry line. You wear a lot of people's jewelry, and I know a lot of the people in the industry. And I see the markups, and I'm like, I want to create a jewelry line that, people can, get whether they're on a premier or premium budget. And yeah, so that's what started it, sparked it.
How long have you been doing this? How long has it been in the works?
Like recently, in the last week.
Oh, really?
It's been in the works for about a year, finding the best vendors.
Yeah.
Because that's always sometimes can be challenging. So I'm grateful I found great vendors that I trust. And we just started launching. So I'm going to be promoting my jewelry line more.
Oh, that's incredible. And we're getting a lot. You're very active, right? You're doing so many things at once.
Okay. And in fact, one of my jewelry pieces will be featured on Cowgirl Magazine. I just sparked a deal with that. I'm going to make some custom pieces for that magazine, just for models. Yeah.
So you're not just reselling it; you're designing as well, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be designing some custom pieces now.
That's incredible. Yeah. Okay, so I do want to ask you if you have any advice for someone who wants to be, put up a company like you, or become a model or an actress. Like, what would you say to a young little boy or girl that wanted to?
I would say be authentic. Don't change who you are. Listen to your heart. Listen to your circle around you. Keep your intentions pure, and use your intuition to guide you through the industry. And don't let anyone tell you can't do something, because you can do anything you put your mind to. And if it's challenging, that means the reward is bigger, because good things come for those, like if you wait, and good things is not that easy. You have to work towards it, but you can do it and know exactly what you want, not what someone else wants, what you want, and go get it. And don't stop. Be vigilant with it, And I think you can achieve it, manifest it.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I think you're also an example of that, right?
Thank
with your career. So, okay. So we're going to look out for your Spotify, right?
Yes.
Is it under your own name?
It's on, thank you. That's a good question. I have a stage name for my music. It's called Jazzy. That's Jazzy. Everything is linked on my link tree on my Instagram. It's the Jasmine Davis. Also TikTok, the Jasmine 8. I also have a link in, but you can really find my music on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, everywhere music is streaming at Jazzy. And if you forget, go on my Instagram, the Jasmine Davis, and then you can see the link for my music.
That's a lovely name. Is that your nickname? Or?
It is. My mom calls me Jazzy. Everyone in my neighborhood back home will call me Jazzy, because they always just say, you look Jazzy.
Yeah. And your fan base will now feel a part of your family. Like, they know you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll look out for your music. We'll look out for your jewelry line. And then Never Have I Ever still on Netflix, right?
It's still on Netflix, yeah.
Okay. And then we got your socials. So I think it was so lovely to have
you.
So
lovely to have you as well. Thank you.
I hope you keep working. I hope you keep, bringing positive vibes out. And I'd like to thank everyone else for watching as well. And hopefully you stay tuned for more.
Hi.